Lone Wolf Customs. Once again, I got a few things done. Got the chains in. I messed up on this. This should be over here, but this and this won't pass each other in the chain, so I'm gonna have to cut these and replace them with other ones. But they're the, get up here. They're the ones that you pinch together with repair chain, and then I welded them. This is a long eye bolt that I welded, and I'm gonna get another nut so I lock it. Done the same thing over there. Made the same mistake over there because this won't, it's too thick to go through this. If I can get this to go into this, this will never come apart, definitely, because it can't open up to come apart. All right, opposite end. By the way, I'd like to thank Eric James for these wonderful chains that he gave me. Thank you. Chain link, the hook, which was just a regular hook for this size chain that you would just, pin. I cut all that junk off and then done several passes, really hot, and welded that sucker in. Welds look rough, but there's several of them there. It's definitely strong. Oh. The ends of the chain, I'm gonna get 2 more of those hooks. Then I can take these and hook them back here for safety. What else did I do? Welded some diamond plate into that little area, which one gives me a little more work area, 2 it gives me a stepping area. I'm probably going to end up stitching it some more. This is thin shit, so, and the welder don't like being turned down with the rod, how thick of the rods I'm using, so I just stitching them, focusing the heat on the thicker part. Also done the fish plates. Yeah, they're diamond plate too. They're thicker diamond plate than that, but they're diamond plate. There, down there. Got the other side as well. I could have not used the diamond plate, but I had diamond plate flat and it was thick and it was what I was needing, so screw it. Same thing over here with the chain and the link. See, for that to unhook with that chain, the way it's sitting right now, this has to go up. The chain would have to go forward and up to come out of that hook to be able to unhook itself. Pretty darn safe. Now, another way I could do it is take another hook and set it back here facing this direction so it would go back and lock like that. Or I just take and put a hook on this and come back here and hook it back here, and there ain't no way that's coming out. Anything else I've accomplished today? Could have done more videoing, but I just kind of jumped on it and started hitting it. The weather was junky. I didn't know how long I was actually going to get the freaking work, and then now it turned into a pretty day. So, meh. But, yeah. Let's see if I have a piece of that. Oh. I'll show you the thicknesses. Okay, that shit right there. That's what this right here is made out of. Now, the fish plates is made out of that. So pretty good thick shit. I believe it'll hold up fairly well. And I've got another big thick piece of a thicker piece of freaking diamond if I had to find a place I need some thick ass diamond. But yeah. Showed that on the last one. It's about all I fucking went done today. Really didn't pull too much. Found my receiver and put it in the hole, which so far, knock on wood, I haven't necked my shin with it, which is probably what I'm going to do now that I said that. But yeah, got some more gusseting, some more bracing, but basically the basic structure is more or less done. It is to a functional state. If all this was there and I could turn the key and I had a rod coming off of the winch so I can crank it up and down, technically it would be functional. Not interstate, not open road, but moving around here and picking stuff up, it would be functional. So, but I'm not stopping here. This will probably get, other than doing a little bit here and there to reinforce and do the finished gusseting and build my little chain weld and do some other stuff here and there, finish the shocks, and this is more or less where it is. Adding lights, you know, stuff like that, I've still all got to do. So there's still plenty to do. But in a basic sense, it's technically functional, because technically, if I was going to pick up, I don't know, a motor, it's functional. Because I can unhook it, hook to the motor, the chains would hold the weight, crank the crank, and it goes up. Now to pull a car, now I've got to get some parts made. That might take a bit, because I got to get a plate made that comes off here that I can pin to for the triangle setup. And probably end up getting some plates made out here for my pivot. And I also got to build my strap set up and all that stuff for actually being able to move cars. Some of that stuff is more, I could homemade it, I might homemake it, but it's a situation that I may end up seeing about paying some money and having it plasma cut. I ain't sure yet. I'll have to look into that stuff a little bit more. But it's definitely more of a wrecker than it was. Step back here just a little, and you can see that looks like a wrecker. You know, it might not look like a 2018 wrecker, but it definitely looks like something that you would maybe have seen in the 50s or even the 60s, maybe even all the way up into the 70s. So it's definitely a wrecker. Got to get started on the motor and getting that stuff. At this point, I'm thinking it's better to move the truck to the cab and then put the cab on than it is to try to move the cab to the truck. So I'm gonna try to get as much of this stuff done that I can do with that before I put the cab on, because when I put the cab on, it'll probably be sitting up there then, and I ain't gonna be able to get the welder to it unless I bring it back down here. So that's kind of the direction we're at. All right, bye.